Good morning. Magandang umaga po. Just how did I get into YouTube? How did this thing become my passion? What led me to this, to where I am today? That's what we'll talk about. Hang loose, stay with me. Several years ago, when I decided to retire, I spent a lot of time researching. Then I decided I'll go to the Philippines because that seemed to be a better retirement place for me because I wanted to travel. Then, after I made that decision, I said, now what am I going to do once I'm in the Philippines? Of course, I want to travel, but anything productive, anything that I can do. And I thought about real estate because I spent real estate marketing in the United States for 15 years and I was pretty successful at it and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. So I was thinking of doing that. But then, knowing the traffic situation in Manila, and of course, if I will do real estate, I would rather do it in the city where there's going to be a lot of business. I said, oh no, I'm not going to get stuck myself in the traffic in Manila. Also, a lot of people, including myself, says, when you're in real estate, it's good because you make your own schedule and such. Not so, okay? Once you're in real estate, the buyers and sellers are very demanding. You have to be there. So even when I'm on vacation, my phone is with me, they can reach me. Even if I'm overseas, they can reach me. You're never away from real estate. So I said, well, that's not retirement to me. That's not retirement. So, but what I wanted to do is to travel. Now, while I was researching retirement and traveling and stuff like that, I thought about YouTube because I want to travel and I want to take pictures. So I said, maybe I should share this to the world, right? Yeah. Lo and behold, I did not know that YouTube pays you because the advertising companies or the companies that are advertising pays them and then they share this to the YouTube creators. That becomes their product. So I said, maybe I can look into that. So, and while I was researching on YouTube, these various things I can do, a lot of them use a gimbal. So I said, being a gadget guy, I said, let me invest in a gimbal. This is my gimbal. Okay, I can remember if I paid $120, $140 for this, but all you get is this to hold your cell phone. Okay, your cell phone will sit here and then it'll go up. And this, it does not include this unit here and this unit here. Of course, this is just my concoction here. And it doesn't include this handle here. So I had to add all those. And the reason I added those is so I can, for example, if I have a power bank, because the cell phone battery doesn't last that long, I could attach my power bank, which I already had, by the way. So I just bought the attachment. Okay, that's it. And then the microphone on the cell phone is not that great. So I had a unit, again, this is by my design, okay, that provides the, what do you call this, the microphone, both for me and for the opposite end, the other party, okay? So this, and I designed all this. You cannot just go ahead and buy this. Everything here is bought. This is bought, this is bought, all the attachments are bought. So you have to sort of put it together. So if you're not sort of mechanically inclined, it may discourage you. Now, so this is what I started with. And let me show you a video of my first video using this gimbal. What I did is I went to New York. My wife and I went to New York. Excuse me. In order to test it out. And I love it. Okay, it really stabilizes the picture. You just put your cell phone on top. It's self-powered unless you want to use that gadget that I have to external battery to power it up so it lasts longer. So I brought that to New York, took pictures of New York, and then I said, okay, let me open up a YouTube account. So I created a YouTube account. By the way, YouTube is something I used when I was in real estate. The early part of my real estate, I took pictures of my client, their testimonials, the great service that I provide, and stuff like that. So it's all on YouTube. But I was not making, I don't even think YouTube, I don't even think that YouTube pays you at that time. If they did, I did not know about it. Okay, so I'm not interested in making money on YouTube. What I wanted to do is to be able to be free, do what I want, which is travel, and then take pictures and share it on YouTube. So anyway, I created a YouTube account. Well, before I can upload this, I did some editing, so I had to think about what editor I should use, video editor, and I want something that is not, I'm not going to be dependent or tied up to a internet site, because in the Philippines, internet is very slow. So I want it to be self-contained in my computer so I can do as much editing as I can. Obviously, when I upload it to YouTube, I'm stuck with it. Okay, it's going to take a long time. That's what I understand, because I haven't done it yet. It's going to take a long time, and my plan is to leave the computer at night, upload it, then go to bed. Then the following morning, hopefully everything is up and loaded. Okay, that's how I plan to do it. So I designed everything so that it will fit my situation in the Philippines. So I did that, and I'm going to show you a clip of my New York video at that time. Again, this is the very first time I used it. Okay, so here goes. As you can see, it's very crude. It's not that great, but it's good for experiment. Keep in mind, if you start a YouTube video, don't expect to be an expert right away. So after reactivating my YouTube account from 2011, I think, and I uploaded my first video. I added more video because they say that you just have to keep on loading and loading and loading, otherwise you will not get anywhere. And it was taking a long time. It took me about 5 months before I got monetized. And all the time I was uploading video, including cooking. And I said, okay, when I am not using this or doing vlog of my travels, what am I going to do? I said, well, you know, I spent 2 years planning for my retirement, so I learned a lot in the process. I learned about how I will collect my Social Security from the US, what kind of medical insurance I will get. So I did a lot of research on those. And of course, finance being my bread and butter business before retirement, I did some videos on finance also. And anyway, after 5 months learning period, I was monetized in February of 2019. So I was monetized at that time. And the demand for retirement, when I hit the retirement topic, that is when my viewers, my viewership, I should say, just kept escalating. It keeps going up. I received about 500,000 views on that topic alone. 500,000, okay? So I said, whoa, so this is a good topic to concentrate, and that's what got me started on retirement. Besides, I learned a lot when I was doing research, so I said, let me share it with the people. Then we got hit with the pandemic. Oh, by the way, before we get to that, I was doing a lot of talking head videos about retirement and finance and Social Security and such. So I use this camera. This is a camera I had even before I got into YouTube. Okay, this is a Canon Vixia camera. You flip this, and this is what I used for my home video. I just put this on a tripod and connected it to the microphone, and that's how I made my initial videos outside of the cell phone and the gimbal. Okay, so this sits on a tripod, and this is where I speak. It's very good. It served me a lot. Now, I only made a couple of travel videos in addition to private videos that I don't share, of course, because it's private. I did a video of that hotel that looks like Venice in Manila and Tagaytay. After that, we got stuck here. Okay, I cannot even go back to the Philippines because of the lockdown. So with the lockdown, what became a hot topic for me is the constantly changing travel restrictions. What's going on? Almost every week, almost every day, things are changing in the Philippines. So as frustrating as it was, or as it is, it became a good topic for YouTube. Now, I'm going to share with you the other gadgets that I use. I invested in a better camera because I got tired. Every time I'm going to do something, I have to set up the tripod, put the camera on. The setup time takes time. So I said, let me set up something that is going to be permanent in my son's bedroom, since my son is no longer living with us. So I had a small desk, and I bought a stand, and I'm going to show you the stand right here. A stand, and I bought a big monitor because my eyes are getting weak and it's not that great. So I said I need a bigger monitor. So this monitor helped me out, and the stand helped put everything together, including the camera, which is the Canon M50. I bought it because of a good quality. Not only that, I can connect it to my computer, my laptop, and I can see myself, and I can control the camera from the computer. So it's a great product. And then I have this base that I bought so that I could move the camera sideways, left, right, and also up or down. This way I don't have to stand trying to set it up, then come back here, see if it's correct, and then go back again and adjust it again. As soon as I sit, I can adjust it to how I want it to be set up. Then I also bought a microphone that connects to the camera, but between the microphone and the camera, I bought a Saramonic. It's called the Saramonic audio mixer and amplifier. Okay, so I can control the input, the output, and so forth and so on. So that gave me this whole setup. Of course, I have the lighting that I also bought. So this is the only light. Well, in addition to my light on my overhead. In addition to my overhead light, I have a frontal up for a better view. So now I have a permanent setup. And all this, I converted them so that instead of being battery operated, I bought adapters so that I can plug them in. And I don't have to adjust or touch any of the unit, and all I have to do is touch it to one power strip. You turn on the power strip and everything lights up and you're ready to go. All you need to do is to adjust from your computer, adjust the settings on the camera, and I'm ready to talk. It makes it a lot easier. So that is my current setup. Now, in addition to that, I also have an Osmo Pocket. Now, what I found out is when I'm in a crowded place like that mall in Manila, sometimes having a big camera could look obtrusive. Sometimes it's okay because it gives you better quality. But I bought this Osmo Pocket. Okay, this is called Osmo Pocket with a built-in gimbal. So here is the lens, here's the camera, and all I have to do is to do this. So this is so small. This is so small compared to this. This attracts attention, and sometimes people will look at you. I don't mind that, but the problem is you don't get their picture in a natural way. Okay, this one will be less obvious. So I bought this, but obviously since I'm not traveling yet, I'm not getting a whole lot of use on this at this time. Okay, but once travel starts, then I'll be able to use it a lot. Here's one more thing I bought. This is more for the provinces, maybe sometimes in Manila also. I bought a drone. This is a very tiny drone, and by design it is tiny, so you don't need to get a license, so you could fly it freely. You have to follow the rules, but I can fly it freely. So this one, other than taking a picture of where my daughter lives, an oceanfront or waterfront property in Seattle, I haven't used this yet. I'm waiting until I get to travel to the Philippines. And to be honest with you, I may wind up traveling in some other country first before I go to the Philippines. At the rate Philippines is going right now. So, and in the process, I said to myself, oh, gee, if they're able to pay me enough for me to recover the cost of all this, if I just break even, I will be very happy, because this gives me, it keeps me busy, and it gives me something to think about, to get my brain exercised. Okay, I'm able to help people, and I'm very happy when I do that. But that's what got me started, and this thing became a passion. It is not easy. Okay, it's not easy. It takes me about a day to upload a video. It takes me about 2 hours to prepare the material, 20 to 30 minutes to do the video, another maybe another hour to 2 hours, depending on how complicated it is, for me to edit the video. And then it takes a total between converting that video into a YouTube loadable video and then uploading it to YouTube, those 2 steps. First, I convert the file so it becomes YouTube uploadable, and then upload it to YouTube, and that takes me 2 to 3 hours, again depending on the length of the video. But I enjoy it. And by the way, the 2 to 3 hours, I'm not in front of the computer. Once I turn it on, I go ahead and watch TV, entertain myself. Then I come back. When it's done, it's done. So it takes me almost a day, anywhere from half a day to a day, again, depending on the complication of the topic, to do this thing. But I enjoy it. It's now my passion. So when I get to the Philippines, I'll be able to use the rest of the material here, the items that I bought, to do additional videos regarding travel. And I hope you'll be able to join me when that time comes, okay? Because I do enjoy traveling. That's what I did when I was younger, and that's what I want to continue doing as I get older. Okay, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask down below, and I'll be glad to answer it if I can. And thank you very much for watching. Please do share this with other people, friends, and do click like if you don't mind. And I will appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, so you will get notified of any future videos. And please click the notification button. That is what makes you available for notification. Thank you so much. God bless. Make it a great day.